women and girls especially relate to? I think men relate.
It was, when was it? My last appearance in the,
Polly Parrott, the name forever associated with jet black hair, sharp eyeliner, and unmistakable gothic style on the small screen, was once the unique soul of the hit series NCIS. But behind the eccentric image of Abby Suto is a strong, intelligent woman carrying silent scars. From fictional laboratories to real-life battles, Polly's journey is a manifesto of living differently, without stereotypes. This video will reveal the hidden chapters in her life. Watch the whole video to discover it all. Don't forget to like and subscribe to support us. Polly Parrott was born on March 27, 1969 in New Orleans, Louisiana, a land rich in culture and history in the southern United States. But her life from a young age was not stable. During the 1970s, when American society was still divided by the aftershocks of the Vietnam War, Polly's family had to constantly move for work. She grew up in many southern states such as Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas. Before her teens, she had lived in more than 13 different cities, no long-term friends, no familiar school hallways. Polly's childhood was a quiet observation of the world around her. She developed an independent mind and a rich imagination very early. Instead of playing with dolls like other children, she immersed herself in psychology books, criminal science, and true crime stories. She once shared that, from a young age, she was fascinated by case files, not out of pure curiosity, but because she wanted to understand why people hurt each other. That passion quietly shaped the direction of her life. In 1987, Polly began studying sociology and criminal justice, then moved to Los Angeles in the early 1990s to continue her studies in criminal psychology. It was here that the doors to the entertainment industry began to open. She started with small jobs to make ends meet, then gradually appeared in commercials and music videos. In 2003, her real breakthrough came with the role of Abby Suto on the hit series NCIS. Polly brought all her wandering childhood memories and passion for analyzing human psychology to Abby, creating a character that was both eccentric, talented, and full of depth. A forensic scientist with a gothic wardrobe, eccentric appearance, brilliant intellect, and a compassionate heart, Abby Suto is more than just a character. She is a symbol for all the kids who have ever felt like they don't belong, just wanting to be seen and accepted. And through that journey, Polly Parrott did more than create an iconic role. She helped audiences realize that difference is not something to hide, but what makes a person irreplaceable. Before becoming one of the most beloved faces on American television, Polly had a long, winding, challenging, and doubtful journey. She once described that period with a short but powerful sentence: "I wasn't chasing the limelight, I was just trying to survive." In the early 1990s, Polly moved to Los Angeles with a dream that had nothing to do with cinema. She attended John Jay College of Criminal Justice, majoring in criminal science and behavioral psychology. Her childhood dream was not to act, but to become a criminal profiler, someone who uses science to find truth and bring justice in forensic laboratories. While many young people came to Hollywood to seek fame, Polly came to study and survive. To make ends meet, she worked all kinds of jobs: bartending, waitressing, delivery, babysitting, and even working the night shift as a warehouse security guard. Those seemingly small jobs became valuable materials for Polly's journey to maturity, where she practiced her ability to observe people, understand emotions, and from there build characters full of depth. It was during this period, when she seemed to be just living day to day, that Polly learned something that no school could teach her: the intuition of a true artist. Her first opportunity came completely by chance. A friend who worked in advertising introduced her to a director who was looking for someone with a unique look for a music video. Polly, with her long black hair, rebellious gothic style, cold and melancholy gaze, and indefinable temperament immediately stood out. Not long after, she won her first role in an episode of a popular sitcom. In 1996, Polly Parrott appeared on the hit series Frasier, then gradually made her mark through small roles in The Drew Carey Show, Time of Your Life, and especially as a nurse in the Oscar-nominated film Almost Famous, 2000. Even though these were only obscure supporting roles, Polly never lost herself. She doesn't try to fit into Hollywood standards, nor does she compromise to become more mainstream. Instead, she quietly accumulates experience, chooses roles with depth, and stays absolutely loyal to her own unique identity. Then in 2003, the real turning point came. CBS invited her to audition for a new crime drama, NCIS. Polly didn't think much of it. The character she was auditioning for was an eccentric, coffee-loving, choker-wearing, all-black forensic scientist who was extremely good at solving crimes, a character that sounded just like her in real life. And the moment she stepped in front of the camera, the production team knew they had found Abby Suto. Originally only intended for a few episodes, the role of Abby quickly became a phenomenon thanks to Polly's raw, honest, emotional performance. Abby wasn't just a beloved character, she became the soul of the show. And Polly stuck with that role for 15 years. Abby represents a powerful message. Being different is a strength, being eccentric is beautiful, and kindness and intelligence don't have to conform to stereotypes. Polly once shared, "I didn't have any formal training to be an actress. I'm a former bartender, a forensic investigator, and I'm lucky enough to tell my story in a way that no one expected." And perhaps that's what makes her so strangely attractive, because she doesn't act, she lives her role. Polly's success doesn't come from trying to be someone else, but from not being afraid to be herself. Her light is not the kind that attracts all eyes, it is gentle, persistent, and unquenchable. She did not seek the spotlight found her, because she has a story that deserves to be heard. And when Polly left the spotlight after more than 15 years with NCIS, she did not disappear. After leaving NCIS, Polly Parrott did not choose a reclusive life, nor did she rush into a series of projects to maintain her fame. She gently turned to a new chapter of quieter, but deeper and more Polly than ever. In 2020, in a short but powerful tweet, she officially announced, "I am retired finally and happily." A gentle but firm farewell, just like the way she lived, not needing public approval, just being true to herself. But retirement does not mean disappearing. On the contrary, Polly devotes her time and heart to the social missions she has quietly pursued for many years. Outside the spotlight, Polly Parrott is a persistent and strong social activist. She spoke out against domestic violence, abuse of power, and discrimination in the entertainment industry even before the #MeToo movement exploded. Polly has been brave in sharing the trauma she has faced, both in her personal life and at work. She has not only talked, she has acted. She has become an active partner with non-profit organizations such as Project Angel Food, Habitat for Humanity, the NOH8 campaign, and especially the Red Cross, where she encourages blood donations and disaster relief. She surprised many people when she moved into both science and music. Few people know that she has written, produced, and performed many songs with profound social messages. In 2010, she and the band Broomstick released the song Fear, a haunting song about fear and control in modern society. Polly never sang to be famous, she sang what others were afraid to say. In addition to being an artist and activist, Polly is also one of the few Hollywood stars with a formal academic background in criminal psychology. She has been invited to speak at many seminars on forensic science and behavioral analysis, proving that her intelligence goes far beyond the television frame. Behind Abby Suto's iconic black hair and gentle smile is a real-life Polly Parrott, a woman full of courage, passion, and sincerity towards the world. Behind the scenes, Polly Parrott has endured countless heartaches, lingering wounds, and extraordinary moments of resistance. If her career is a journey of self-affirmation through talent and personality, her personal life is a diary of scars, but also a testament to unwavering courage. Polly was briefly married to director and musician Coyote Shivers, 2000 to 2006. After their divorce, she filed for an emergency restraining order for domestic violence, harassment, and psychological abuse. She publicly accused her ex-husband of years of abuse and became a powerful voice in the fight against domestic violence, a topic that many women in Hollywood remain silent about out of fear. But Polly didn't just stand up for herself, she spoke for millions of women who never had a chance to speak up. However, those personal traumas did not make her lose faith in humanity. On the contrary, she devoted all her energy to community activities, especially supporting women who have been abused and survivors of trauma. Polly once shared that she used to live in fear, but that truth became a source of strength. She turned pain into action, turned fear into speaking out, and turned the past into both a warning and a light of hope for those who needed it most. In an interview, Polly admitted that she is an introvert, likes to live alone, has many pets, and considers her home an absolute safe haven. She does not like parties, does not love noise. The glitz of Hollywood has never been what she pursues. What she chooses is peace, sincere connection, and unconditional kindness. Since officially retiring in 2020, Polly has largely withdrawn from the media. She rarely makes public appearances, spending most of her time on charity work, animal protection, and supporting victims of domestic violence. On social media, she still shares positive messages, everyday moments with her pets, close friends, and community projects. She no longer seeks fame, but whenever she appears, she still attracts attention, not because of the flashiness, but because of her sincerity, simplicity, and emotional appeals. Though she is no longer in the public eye, her influence continues to spread through her unforgettable roles, her loving messages, and her life lived to the fullest. Polly Parrott never needed a stage to touch hearts. She touched them with her wisdom, compassion, and unwavering spirit. And if you have ever seen yourself in Abby Suto's eyes, a misfit, different, but always yearning to be loved, then Polly will forever be an irreplaceable icon. If Polly's story inspires you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs a little hope. Just a small act, a meaningful story, is enough to touch a heart. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like to see the next videos. Thanks.